Will be eliminated from ESL Pro League, and we're getting into it with Grayhound rivalry on the T side. Couple of flashes, and Kevlar pretty much across the board ends with a P250, and we're seeing a slow default setup here.
Yeah, it feels like 00Nation maybe have a bit of a read here. They've got 3 players over towards B early, including one with that incendiary. Ladder is ready to let that one rip. And in fact, they've got NQZ in towards window on a fast rotate position, so it's retake towards A if that is where the hit comes through.
Winner is playing an IP, right? Am
Yes.
I correct in saying that?
Yes, indeed. 2 best of 3s in the day for the winning team.
That could get pretty rough. I mean, curious about how that's going to be playing out. But yeah, they're in the middle. They don't have any smokes or anything. 2 P250s, like you guys mentioned. That could be fun to even out their USP difference. They're sliding up connected with 3 of them. Ints hanging around the A ramp, and Sicko up in the palace. And right now, it's next to NQC. They're sort of near the bomb site here. But this could be pretty rough.
Go for the contact. Inns is going to spot one out, but this position that they're sitting at, so passive on A. They're able to take ground, and because he does get one onto Liaz, the vent not being broken makes him want to swing out and take the fight. Cold0 fighting from short. You could tell that's where they wanted to plant it initially. Now they have to fight for CT so that they can get a safe plant coming through. Not going to find that one cleared. Vexite needs to be careful with that bomb. He's going to go back and plant it.
This is super passive from 00Nation. Go for a full retake mentality here. Like to see it. They've still got the man advantage, a smoke available, incendiary as well, and the kit. So this is all by design. As we'll see Grayhound reposition, set up their crossfires now. They've got those P250s and aliStair heading back towards the palace. A little bit of a run boost coming through, and the retake begins.
Once that smoke is on the bomb, how do you stop it if you're up in the palace? It's not going to be necessarily that easy. The 2 P250s as well could be a little bit of an issue. Glocks might actually be better. There we go, already on the defuse. He's not hitting his shot through. And a great sequence coming through on the dumau.
That's a brave setup there from 00Nation. They absolutely nail it, though. The smoke on the bomb, as mentioned, it makes things very complicated. The defuse kit as well. Blink and you miss it. As the full defuse attempt is successful, nothing Grayhound could do about it, and it will be 1-0 for the Brazilians here. It all started with this frag from NQZ, the new boy, and lovely retake there. That's actually pitch perfect, I have to say. Can't poke holes in it.
It is what they were intending to from the outset.
Yeah.
Just from that setup, it was always going to be a retake if it went A, and, well, it works out perfectly. Grayhound got the plant, so they've got a pretty decent buy, actually probably better than the CTs, arguably. It does come with the lack of a bit of util. That's kind of the trade-off there, but it's still pretty good.
Plenty of firepower, that's for sure. 4 Galils. Still with a couple of smokes as they progress through middle. Looks like another A split potentially. The bomb's down towards A ramp right now. UMP in the hands of aliStair, so he opted for a few more grenades. They will claim the territory of Connector, but as you can see, CT's ready to pounce towards A ramp as well. Flashbang could come over, and they're waiting for the next move.
Spotted, NQZ gets the open up, no trade either. And this setup in towards ramp is deadly from the CTs. They're going to walk straight on into it. Both players activate, both fall on the T side. Now Liaz and Inns have to do it all.
Yeah, I'm really liking this from 00Nation. This is disciplined, well structured, but they do give a player up. dumau dropped by Liaz, but takes a lot of damage en route. They've spotted Inns as well. He's holding towards the steps position. 50 seconds as they try and make something out of this round, but it is looking pretty weak. The bomb down at the A ramp, and they are out of position and running out of time, Anders.
Yeah, and I feel like 00Nation have done a respectable job in situations like these on the first 2 maps of not just running in wildly and doing crazy things. Like, they're pretty calmed at this moment.
Very calculated so far. I'm enjoying this.
That's what they need as well. I mean, it's easy to make a mistake in this if you try and go and fight for it, but they're letting them slowly sink. 20 seconds left on the clock here as Liaz and Ints going to go back and see if they can find that bomb.
Yeah, that's a tall order. You can see they're patrolling it well. Can sacrifice at least 1 member here, which they will. Not really much time to plant here, but they'll give it a good go. Liaz tucks tail, trying to make it all the way towards the bomb side, will be denied as Cold0 closes the round out with 2 clean kills. Very nice stuff. That was the force buy of no plants. You would assume it's going to be the eco coming up next. 00Nation are off to the idyllic start they were looking for here. Perfect game plan has been converted to potentially a 3-0. Good stuff.
Yeah, they're doing well in these pistols. That's now 3 out of 4 going the way of 00Nation in this. Well, actually, no, that doesn't add up.
Go on, try again.
4 out of 5
there it is.
For 00Nation. Mathematics never my strong suit. But it does mean Grayhound now on the back foot. They're going to be conceding 3 because no one's ever lost to
No one's
Glocks.
ever lost.
There's 2 Deagles.
Yeah. And dumau wants to get stuck in, it seems.
Yeah, it's not afraid at all. Even hearing the Deagle ringing out, he's happy to go and take that fight. But yeah, there should be an easy cleanup. How are your feelings about Mirage these days, Henry?
I don't play it. I'm not a hater, just not my map. I feel like I'm so behind as I haven't ever really played it. Like, I don't know all the tips and tricks, you know? I don't have the utility knowledge. I don't really enjoy the way it plays myself. I don't mind commentating it, though. I guess the problem for me is, like, everyone has very similar play styles, you know? Like, it can be a little bit cookie cutter, I suppose. The map's been solved to some degree. So, yeah, I'm not a hater, but not a fan either. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Happy right in the middle.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't have a strong opinion on it. Just don't play it myself. But hang on.
Okay.
Hello.
Pistol strike. aliStair's been heard. 100%. Well, he's definitely been heard now. Very loud about it. Fakes the dropout. He's actually stuck around here. Doesn't reward a kill. Okay, NQZ saves the day. Does get dinked down. There was an opportunity there. But it's going to be okay for 00Nation.
How do we feel about the fact we don't have the sounds of going counter-terrorist win? Or bomb has been
it's
planted?
come through a few times. Or do you just mean generally as a concept
I've just noticed it's not there now. I just say, well, that's a shame. It kind of reminds, quite nostalgic for me. I miss that voice.
You can do it if you want.
Counter-terrorist win. Yeah, we could do it every round. Could be a new feature of the broadcast, I suppose. Bomb has been planted.
Could be a new job, Henry.
I think, actually, that's my calling.
Just
voice actor, perhaps.
I like it. I didn't even notice, to be honest. So I guess that answers the question. Maybe I just didn't need it.
No one needs it, I suppose. Well, Grayhound would like a round, if possible, and aliStair waiting for the opening frag to come his way. NQZ will actually offer himself up, no problem. 5-on-4 nice and early here. Advantage Grayhound, currently 3-0 down. No strong reply from the CTs yet, but they're probing towards A ramp. And they've got the AWP established towards the B apartments. All apartments, if you'd like to say it. It's a bit more fun.
The other one's the palace, right? We don't need to specify, do we?
Exactly. But I don't know. I just like to brighten everyone's day.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's always good to have someone that does that. We're getting a bit dark here. Dark and moody.
Well, yeah. 3 weeks. 3 weeks of this might take it out of you. But we're holding on. It's all good.
It's week one for Lucy and I. We're doing fine.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm here to drag the mood down.
Ladder had spotted 2 players crossing, and then they just wide swing on him. No chance there.
Yeah, that should be it, shouldn't it? Nice opening pick from aliStair. Wait for the reaction. It comes through. Nail the shots. And a wide open B bomb site here. So that is going to be the first round for Grayhound. Looks like a clean sweep as well. But Inns is on the hunt. They fall back to the safety of Palace here, and he'll spot one. So now they can actually start to gather the troops and maybe coordinate an attack and take down these remaining CTs. Money is actually okay, but saving these 2 rifles would be a necessity to have a full buy going forward. And yeah, the hunt is truly on now. They're not going to let these players survive.
We saw this a little bit on the previous map on Ancient. Seems to be part of the Grayhound strategy coming into it. When they get those opening kills and they're advantaged in the 5-on-4, they really give a lot of space for 00Nation to try and look for something more. Like they're expecting a CT side aggression when anything happens. So if they wait around, they give a lot of time. It's 20 seconds, I think, when the bomb went down. So they're happy to spend that time just to see if the Brazilians will do anything.
I've noticed that in the Grayhound games. They'll delay the plan sometimes just to make sure they can give themselves the fighting chance of taking down those remaining players. And that's the opening kill from aliStair. Inns working towards Connector. Like we said, waiting for those reactions, getting together, trading out kills. Very well done. And 00Nation concede their first. But they did save the 2 M4s. And like I said, money's okay, but not amazing. So are they going to take an eco around this? It's early in the game. Certainly viable, and that's what they've gone for. So 3 players with pistols, and NQZ, the AWP, doesn't invest anything. So it's down to dumau. The next, seeing what they can do, and they've gone for a little boost here. Don't mind this at all.
You got to do something when you've got these Seder rifles. It needs to be a little cheeky. The guy on the bottom, he wasn't going to do anything anyway. Has a pistol. He can be your footstool. It doesn't reward anything. Inns actually comes through just after it's dismantled.
OG were doing this yesterday, a couple of rounds against NIP, and it actually worked. I think they killed Config twice doing that exact boost, so probably worth doing every once in a while. That is a good headshot.
Do that as well. Headshot everyone.
Yeah, that's nice.
Try and do it every round if possible.
More people should really consider that.
Yeah, it's a basic, but certainly not spoken about enough, Anders. Sometimes you just got to click on the heads, get the job done.
Doesn't have to be so complicated all of the time.
Yeah,
all right?
exactly.
You forgot the code to the bomb briefly. And you're like, oh.
Do you know the code to the bomb, Anders? You
No.
should do.
I'm not one of these. I said I'm not one of these people. No, I spend my days remembering mathematical constants instead, Henry.
Yeah.
My life.
What about you, Lucy? Do you know the bomb code? No, great.
That's 7,
Okay.
5.
Thought I was with a couple of Counter-Strike aficionados, but
No,
I
not
guess
5?
No, I actually don't know it either.
No.
So I'm just
7,
trolling.
5, 6, 4, 1, 8, something like that.
I'm sure, like, it's probably like if you wanted to have a subtle Counter-Strike
Hold up, we're
tattoo.
about to see it. We're about to see it.
I think it'd be way funnier
Close.
if you're wrong on the first one. Wow.
We're not going to see it.
Why would
because
Why would the code come up now?
That's
just
so
in
true.
case you
I was
forgot.
like getting baited. It's just asterisks. That's the password.
That's for Source 2, where you can hack the bomb remotely and just defuse it
Not
from
a-
outside.
not a
They had
bad
to get your
idea.
agent to do that, right?
I like that.
That's what they showed us.
Is that dropping today, right? Source 2, right?
I think we've got confirmation of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
After the
well,
last
that's
game, right?
After the table tennis tournament, of course, they're going to be dropping Source 2, which I'm looking forward to personally.
Respectfully delayed, which I appreciate.
Oh, of course. Like the ESL Pong League is going to be taking place after this series. Absolutely true. Yeah, I suppose I didn't consider all the options there, but considering their options now after taking considerable damage, 00Nation are about to be attacked in the B bomb site. We have got Lato with the AUG, not the weapon of choice you see too often in the B bomb site, but I like it. And the AWP en route. This could be a challenging battle for him. He's got a nice position.
Slow creep, but somehow he still comes out on top.
Yeah.
Surely that's everything you could have wanted when having the AUG in that position is for somebody to
right.
creep in slow. Molotov in the corner, and this is so well done. Grayhound, they're off to a flying start right now. This is going to blow the economy up for 00Nation.
I feel like they've identified a weakness over on this B bomb site.
Yeah.
It's where they've been finding all their success in these gun rounds, and yeah, they're getting punished for it. I mean, the first one was a bit of a gimme with the kill from aliStair on DenQZ, but I mean, that round there was just a contact play, walk in, simple as you like it. The Molotov is perfect, exactly where Cold was holding in towards Get Right. And yeah, that round took nothing out, and now you can definitely go for the hunt because the money is looking good. And In's definitely going to win this. Surely next just right into it. What? Wow. Okay. Nice.
Inexplicable. He should have
the
won it.
opposite of that. And there we go. It's going to be the hunt still. They continue, and it's the same position once again. Molotov's flash is actually looking quite good for a kill here, surely, but they flashing themselves. CT scrambling. Oh, they run past each other, so the AWP will survive and gets away. So they do have a fighting chance. Yes, the money is not in a great spot, but they've saved an AWP. Got 2 players on 5k here. I wouldn't mind at least a half buy, to be honest with you. But we'll take a tactical timeout. Don't see many of those in the Australian teams from the servers, apparently. I still don't understand the whole Rooster situation, why they didn't take
They just
a
don't do
timeout.
it. It's just not something they do.
I know, but surely if you're about to lose the game, it's like 1 round away. Take 30 seconds, though. No?
It's just
Did anyone
not-
ask them about it? Did we ever find out or get to the bottom?
I
why?
don't think they didn't win anything, so no one
I guess you're right, yeah.
interviewed them, I guess.
It's an interesting approach.
Tell you what, that was also the same kind of setup where the Australian team in this series could have won 2-0.
Right.
They couldn't close out Inferno. 00Nation came back in overtime. We go to Mirage, the decider.
Oh,
For
you're
Bruce,
right.
that didn't work out.
Oh, you're right.
Grayhound have a chance to avenge.
I'm assuming Grayhound completed the veto, though, right?
This was a real veto
They turned
here.
up to the veto.
Yeah.
That's good news for everyone in the tournament, I suppose. And yeah, not even a partial buy. They do bring up FAMAS out and pretty much default otherwise. We'll see next under towards this shadow position.
Cold
and-
wanting to keep extra cash for an AWP if this one goes awry.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Double AWP setup, very viable on Mirage.
Yeah, the first map on Inferno, the T side for Grayhound was so cool. It was they were really in control, and then I feel like they're coming back and showing something similar here. The T sides generally seem to be something that's really worth watching for.
Yeah, it's very slow and methodical. They don't give much away at the start, but here comes the set utility. One towards window, one towards connector as well on the CT side, allowing them to garner control if possible. Going to be flushing out the shadow position as mentioned with this nice Molotov. Oh, doesn't quite go down, so they're absolutely fine. Having a good time down there. Grenade, though, might hurt a little bit. Actually, quite a lot. Considerable damage now. Sicko getting the job done. The Cold Zero with that Desert Eagle keeps the dream alive as we go into the 4 versus 3 now.
They still don't know about Lato, though. That's a little bit awkward. They might feel like they've already checked this. Smoke is there. All right, good job. Efficient through the smoke, and it's just a 1 versus 2 now.
Yeah, I mean, a 1 versus 2 from where this was is still very doable. NQZ is fast on the rotate, moves on around, just needs to catch one, and this is on. Not giving up the fight yet. Liaz has edged forward. They've got all positions covered. They know he was CT, know he can come through jungle. They just hold this. There's no way for him to find an opener.
Yeah, solid work. And yeah, another round. 4-3 this time in their favor.
Anders, got the question of the week for you.
Oh dear.
Have you ever seen a ghost or had a haunted experience?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Please elaborate.
Not necessarily seen a ghost, but I mean, I was in the 5th grade or something, so
okay.
I'm assuming that this
Perfect.
is just like, you know, we were just being children or something. But I came home once and with a friend, I just had to drop out my bag. This is back when people had house phones.
Right, okay.
So, you know, a phone with a cord.
Phone in the house, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And I came home and the handle on the phone just like it popped off the phone.
Yeah.
And I was out in the hallway, I was quite far away, but it just popped off and then we slammed the door and ran. We were so scared. I don't obviously know why.
So must be a ghost then.
That's the only explanation, I think, for that situation. Nothing else could be the cause. coldzera tracks first in mid. aliStair looking to get one back at ramp and misses the flick. So it's a 2-player advantage for 00Nation early.
Certainly is. Spooky times here at ESL Pro League. 5-on-3 for now. Grayhound on the back foot. As we'll see them try and navigate their way through the underpass here. Try and find their way back into the round. Is that double orb setup as mentioned? coldzera making the orb work. And for now, they're boosting up in towards window. Hoping to find some footing in this round. A potential A split. But not looking too good on the 5-on-3, Anders.
No, it's really not at the moment, which is, I guess, great news for 00Nation, though. They need it. They need the money. They need this round, not just to win it, but for it to be fairly clean at this point in time. You know, 4 or 5 members alive. You can't afford to lose too much right here. They need to establish that CT side economy. They're giving them, again, some chances here. If 00Nation are going to somehow go a little bit aggressive, that would be a mistake. That's a hell of a shot from Inns, taking down
I think that's smoked quite often this tournament. This one up here, that's a mainstay of ESL Pro League. It's a powerful smoke, don't get me wrong. I just don't know how to throw it myself.
Calling Gondor for aid.
Yeah, it's a good one though. We'll have to do a segment on how to throw it.
Well, Sicko and Liaz, they have alleviated pressure removing that orb, and that's a good Molotov. Actually, no, he's not in there. He's in Tetris at the moment, holding for Liaz. Not quite. A little bit weird here. Okay, they're going to walk on out. Good timing. They stem the bleeding, only lose the one, even recover the second orb.
Very close. You have to say, Anders. 4-4. Can't be closer, really.
This has been the trend throughout the first 2 maps. I
was tuning in via HLTV. I just saw every half was 8-7, right down the middle, all the rounds. And I guess these are quite equally matched teams. And I would have Grayhound as my favorite coming into this one. But I don't know, from what the scoreboard at least, it seems like they kind of choked a few leads in this series.
They could have won this too. That's interesting to think about. They definitely could have. I don't know. They do seem like a more composed team, especially their T-sides, I feel like, a little bit more. Oh, wow. They're going to try and see if they can exploit that weakness you were talking about earlier, Lucy. Just jumping into the B-bomb side, this time with a lot more speed behind it, but he's not here finding anything. They were all hiding behind the smokes.
Oh, Liaz found one, but dumau coming over. That second kill is huge. Slows things down completely. A re-smoke as well. Blocks off aliStair. The orb can't get activated from here. He's desperately looking for the opener. And Lado, oh my god, aliStair finds that kill. In through the smoke with another. The HE over the top, though, does remove aliStair. Leaves Inns alone. 1 versus 2. A lot of time to work with. They know where he is roughly. He has to try and work this one out.
We'll see what he can do with it. Hasn't really got the HP to work with, but time is on his side. Molotov available, and dumau looks like he wants to probe out and gain some territorial advantage if possible. Inns, though, patient as you like. And a great shot to open things up. HP not a factor now against the AWP.
He had to do the weapon inspect just for the show.
Start on him.
Bash bosh.
Yeah. And a reposition. NQZ coming in from shore here. I'm not sure who to give the advantage to. Once he recovers the bomb, there is time to hightail it away, but we'll see what the next move is.
How's he still alive? He comes back with the headshot! Oh my god! I thought he would have been dead the first time around. I swear he was being looked at, but Inns with the clutch and the triple.
That is godlike from Inns. What a round. A 1v2. What do you have? 20 HP during that. Isolates those fight perfectly. Patient, even spotting the player short. It felt like NQC had him dead to rights. He even had the bomb covered from that position. I think that was a 2v4 at one point, converted into a round win.
Dude, that round started off in a wild manner. liaz just came in swinging. The full windmill with the AK-47. 30 bullets sprayed. It looked like the round was falling apart. Down to that 1 versus 2 and an epic clutch from Inns. You love to see that as they'll take the lead 5-4. That's fired them up. I think things are going to get a bit rowdier in here now as there is a reinvestment, of course, from 00Nation. They do have the AWP, not a double AWP set up for masses and a few other concessions, mainly in utility and no kits. So advantage Grayhound for sure, but can they convert and actually start to build a big lead here on the T side of Mirage?
It's interesting watching this half develop. 00Nation, I mean, this round you can excuse due to the utility, but they have not put pressure mid at all. I think we saw one round where they pushed top mid. That's it. Everything else has been very much focused on these more passive setups, waiting for Grayhound to come to them, and that's actually allowed Grayhound to get into some good positions. You can think back to when they got that fight from Connector, Inns taking down NQZ at Ticket. They're getting so much space for free.
Yeah, that's definitely worth noticing. It's also kind of interesting because it didn't feel like Grayhound are necessarily using middle as much as they maybe even could be allowed to, but that could happen later on. This is absolutely devastating. If 00Nation lose this round, they're going to be out of money, and it'll be a pretty sizable lead for Grayhound. That one round, the last one, that could easily be the thing that ends up sending 00Nation out of the tournament. Yeah,
last map in this elimination game, and that's a backbreaker of a clutch, that's for sure. They had enough funds to reinvest into this round, but you're right, Anders, losing this one would be disastrous. They might just have to save the 2 weapons here, as you'll see they're pretty far removed from the round. 4-on-2 currently. coldzera and Lato remain with not a lot between them. Holding CT spawn, hoping some aggressive Ts will offer up some freebies, but it seems like the round is done, and we'll be going 6-4.
Send them hunting.
Let the Greyhounds off the leash.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly that.
Can you do a good bark, Henry?
Ruff, ruff. Does that answer your question? I think so.
I was convinced.
I've got plenty of sound effects.
We had a dog in here last week, right? I remember.
Did we?
It was at the casting desk, don't worry.
Did I miss something? Was that a joke?
That was a deep cut to last week.
Or was it just Henry?
Machine gets it.
I'm missing the joke.
Don't worry about it. I don't want to explain it.
I've ruined it.
Was just
those are the best kind of jokes, though. The ones you have to explain, they're the funniest, I find.
That's how they get really funny. The hunting doesn't go well for the hounds. They're put back on the leash. They don't
try and force someone behind it. They're just in such an uncomfortable position right now. This CT side is slowly crumbling.
It is crumbling away, and so are the chances of 00Nation making it further in the tournament. Not looking good on the CT side, but can they find a frag in Palace? Yes, but it's an equal trade, giving up the info that the rifle's on the A side of the map, and we'll see what Grayhound decide to do with said information. Currently, once again, navigating through the underpass and trying to work towards Connector. Bomb down in the B apartments, though, so watch out for that. Could be going for the B split eventually.
Yeah, Vexai's getting all this ground for free. He's going to get a lot of information. aliStair's fallen on back. And they've got 2 players walking out con. Just going for the contact. dumau, a good headshot, and gets away as well. That's huge. Keeps the advantage for the CTs. aliStair's feeling a little uncomfortable now. I think the best play here is probably to go towards B. Just with that ground you've got in short, but Cole's pushing. Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, they're hoping liaz can crack something open here. Certainly capable. On the stairs, they're not being given anything. Both teams quite tentative to make their next move. Molotov's trying to flush out these CTs now, but nothing towards spawn. And a huge flank, an even bigger headshot. dumau lights up liaz, and they've got a 4-on-2.
coldzera could have caught the flank there. Lucky aliStair gets the bomb down, but loses his life. All now onto Vexai. One back, looking for another. dumau, Cole ready for it. And now he just needs to find 2 more, exposed to short. And that's where next with the P250 strikes.
They're back. They're online, and it is the eco with the saved rifle victory coming through for the Brazilians. That's what they needed. Nice flank from coldzera as well. Controlled the round nicely, pushing Palace to the start, trading out kills, and then a huge backstab at the end as they do recover the AWP and the AK-47.
That's a round that would be really interesting to hear the comms on the Grayhound side, because I'm pretty sure that part of the problem they were trying to solve is they knew Cold was up in the Palace on the A side. So what do you actually do with that information? I mean, I think Lucy said maybe just go B. I don't even think that's such a bad idea, because how do you deal with that problem? Do you send a mission to try and find Cold? That could take the whole round, and you might lose another player do it. Like, there's not a really, really good answer. And attacking the A bomb side from Connector when you don't have Palace also just doesn't feel that good. So, very, very awkward round on all fronts there for the T side. Now they're back into it, though. They do have some rifles. They're kind of out of money, and there's actually a little bit more on 00Nation. So, this could be a turning point in the half here. If 00Nation win this, then they could kind of get back and maybe do a respectable job of it.
A series-defining round, Anders. Yeah. We'll see what happens here. It is quite tight on either side financially. We'll see whether this push from Latter's got a nice little one-way here.
Do you know what, Henry?
Go on.
If you shoot that pot that's right there,
yeah,
you can make it roll out into the kind of where Ladder is. You can make it roll this way.
Yeah.
And imagine if you did that and then you peek behind it. Because if someone's holding it with an orb, they just see like a pot that comes rolling off the ground.
And then you peek after
and then you peek it.
Yeah.
They'll never expect it.
That's a pretty cool idea.
Poor man's decoy.
Yeah.
There's not enough prop-based gameplay, I would say.
You need more props.
Yeah. Source had lots of that. You could do all sorts of... You could put the bomb in a basket and Source and shoot it across the crossover along.
Nice.
That was a cool tactic.
There we go. Yeah, we do. That could be an interesting change. I'm down.
Yeah, I think it's happening. I think it's confirmed. More props are coming.
More Source 2 props.
They're reimagining CS Source for CSGO 2. It's pretty much what's going to be happening.
Deagle's off the chain.
Exactly. Riot Shields are coming back. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's what we've all been asking for, I think.
Oh, all right. Oh, the lineup is almost perfect. That actually should have been a double kill, but Sicko, good on the return. dumau, they're not guns out as they turn the corner, and that attack has been completely crushed. Vex sights in the bomb site. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I might take it back. That is a sick headshot.
Yeah, he's super sharp.
Time.
5 seconds, not a lot to work with, to be fair.
Yeah,
you do have a point.
Not, yeah, that is an issue.
It's a good point. So that is the end of the round. They've been very slow, like I said, methodical at times as well. But that one slips away from them. It's going to be a couple of rounds in a row for 00Nation back on their feet. And we did say that was a series-defining round, I think you said, Anders. Yeah. So that's interesting. And 00Nation pick it up, but a couple of saved weapons. Not all is lost for Grayhound and NQZ. I'm a big fan of his. Got to cast him a lot last year, and hopefully he can start really showing us what he's capable of.
I got to say, I'm very impressed with what dumau showing us in this half as well. That Deagle round in particular, when Cold Zero had the M4, was basically won it for them. And again, he's in the right position that round. So good to see him having a great performance here for the squad.
Pistols lying in wait towards that A ramp. CT's flirting with the idea of pushing round. Might get a lot more than they bargained for if they do. So just playing the pixel gap, dropping the incendiary. Should be a kill. Don't have to commit to it. Don't have to swing. They're trying to bait next into a mistake here. And he reacts accordingly. Smokes them off, falls back, confirming they're on eco. Oh dear.
There was an opportunity.
Yeah.
That would have been sick. And instead, Ints might have to... Oh, they've already spotted him.
Yeah. Cole got such a good look at him there. Yeah, Ints, you had no chance.
Yeah, this is a big turnaround. A 2-on-5 here. aliStair's picked up the AWP.
This always seems to work. People sitting in this smoke, I don't get it. They always come out on top, but not this time. Yeah, well, quite telegraphed it seems. aliStair does go down in the end, no orb saved. And there we have it. The pistols don't need much of a dent. We are going to be getting into round number 14. Looks like we're being given the gift of 8-7 again here.
Yeah, we're trending that way. It's meant to be. Why not?
That's what we want to see between these two teams.
Down the middle.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if you go to OT, Henry.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Support you guys if it gets there.
As many OTs as possible.
I will solo cast the overtime if it happens, okay? You guys take the rest of the series off. It'll be fine.
It'd just be you. Solo cast it.
That's what I was born to do.
Do you guys know if you're standing in sandwich on this map, or get right if you prefer, you can actually get wall banged from the A ramp?
With an orb?
Yeah, you can shoot through the Tetris boxes.
How much damage to do? Like 5?
No, I think it's like 60-some damage.
Really?
It's not easy.
With an orb headshot, though?
If you headshot, I'm pretty sure you can just kill people outright.
Really? Okay.
But I'm not claiming it's easy. I'm just saying it can be done.
That applies to a lot of things, I think, generally.
Yeah, like all the way up against the wall, you have to get like really... You can't be like in the middle of the boxes.
You never have like the easy like wall bang or boost to show us. It's always like the most complex Picasso-looking thing.
It's got to be really obscure. Oh, here we go. Trying to get up there. Might be in perfect time.
Drops the util down.
This is an old school setup.
Yes.
Good
Speaking
time
of
to
get
Sentry. Oh, cold0 does get that first kill, and they can't quite clear him yet. Sicko goes down as well. Vexite eventually gets the trade. They've already lost so many bodies. Lato's here as well. Bomb dropped. He's trying to fight both these angles. They do eventually find him. NQZ here, though, with the AWP, and that bomb is still up in the apartments. aliStair has a lot to do.
Yeah, 1 versus 3. He's still got about 30 seconds, so I don't really blame him for trying to even those odds a little bit more, maybe get 1 or 2 kills before you try and go for anything more. The bomb is quite far behind him. He's snuck in. He's got the right idea, but he needs the headshot. Oh, there's one of the cash register, and he's got NQZ trapped, but it's not enough. Great shot for him at the end. We'll get 00Nation all the way to 8, and I'm hearing
I heard some
construction.
Banging. Yeah, I'm not sure which side that came from, whether that was celebratory or frustrating. Yeah, something's being con or destructed.
I guess then these sort of positions, like I said, it's old school, but like the way meta works, it is like a circle, right? Eventually, everything that goes out of fashion comes back, and
like
it works.
time.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, absolute shout out to cold0 bringing that one back. He gets a couple of kills. You might not expect it, and they don't look happy. But, oh, that's
okay,
that's
that
what
was
you heard.
where the constructing was
Yeah,
going.
Exactly, that's it. And someone check on that poor desk. We will take a tactical timeout just to calm everything down a little bit. How's everyone doing today?
We're doing real well.
Yeah?
Yeah, had a good night's sleep. Had my cold shower this morning.
Me
Henry.
too, bro. I enjoyed that a lot. It takes a while to get used to it, but after you get through like 2 weeks, it's actually like you look forward to it in the end. It's quite nice, yeah.
I find if I just have a hot shower, I can't. If I just leave like that, I just feel really awkward.
Are you doing like, you do like 1 minute of hot shower and then you finish off with the cold, or are you just doing straight up cold?
I usually do like a warm shower for a while because I do have all these neck exercises that I try to do.
Okay.
Because my neck is destroyed. And then cold for about a minute or 2.
Okay, Lucy, have you had a cold shower?
Yeah, I have in my life.
Yeah,
yes.
you've experienced that.
Yeah, I know what it's like. Not a regular occurrence, and it's fast towards A. They're going to be showering their way into the site, and it's hot. Vexite gets 1. NQZ did strike, and Vexite's gun barrel is spotted here. But dumau, he's getting peppered on through. Vexite charges on in and actually kills him. But cold0 with the immediate trade.
Well, the retake is back on here, but hold on, there's a plot twist.
Not.
There is a plot twist. I didn't see this one coming, didn't read the script, it seems, and we're going back to T-Spawn and leaving one player lying in wait. That's liaz.
This is fully mental.
To be fair, liaz, I didn't notice, only got 3 kills. But
NQZ, though, this position is killer.
Yeah, he at least gets 1 here. Unless they're coming back to middle, then he might get domed. We'll see. Oh! Flick comes through. He gets the information, but now needs to get the hell out of there.
Yes, the bomb spotted. So what are you thinking on the CT side here? You can see they're spread out everywhere. They're not sure where this is ending. I think aliStair's footsteps been heard, and Cold's got this great 4 position in B. So A has to be where they go. The one good thing is they've sort of caught 00Nation out of position, and now they feel a little bit uncomfortable. They have to completely reset and go for a retake. Oh no, Cold's caught the timing. Ins goes down. And that is the advantage they were looking for.
Yeah, now no more games to be played. You just have to commit to planting the bomb and try to see if you can win this 2-on-3 at this point in time. They don't have any more nades either. Plenty of nades on the 00Nation side, but for Grayhound, it'll be all down to the mechanics from here on out. 2 versus 2, as they do take down that player in CT. Spawn Cold's nearly catching liaz, sneaking up from behind, and NQC's hanging around connector. It's so close, isn't it?
Flashbang back. NQC patience. They have a lot of utility here. They're just looking for the fight. Cole gets dinked, though. aliStair in the palace, a common position. NQZ ready to take him on. The fight comes through. Damage done. Now it's all on to Cole. So little HP, so little time. aliStair has won it just through staying alive. The HE isn't even going to connect. And it is once again an 8-7 half.
We've absolutely done it. Right down the middle, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be elimination on the line. Find out as we reach our conclusion after this break.
say that I'm such a weirdo. Tattoos from my toes to my earlobes. Was a role model, I never had a hero. I learned how to live through the stereo. Coming from where I come from, nothing inferior. Everything you see ain't what it appears though. Everything that I built, made that from zero, then added a zero. I am my hero. You couldn't imagine what it's like in my mind. It's beauty and catastrophe at the same time. Remember they laughed at me when it was game time. Now I know that they mad at me. I'm one you can't find. I'm not from the day. I come alive at night. I'm not what you used to. Couldn't recognize. They all on the ground while I'm taking flight. Yeah, you're welcome to join me. I promise I won't bite.
Things they say, they're never getting in my way. And even if I make mistakes, I will always see them through. 'Cause I don't wanna play your game. I had enough, I'm burning up so hot I just break your chain. You can never stop what's building up inside of me. Inside of me.
They call me a monster. I guess I don't fit in with the imposters. I'm taking the mask off. Prepare your conscience. Prepare for honest. Cut off all the nonsense. I'm all in your shot. Girl, wonder who shot you. Go call the doctor. Boom like the chopper. Don't you get chopped up. I'm here to stop you. Whoever wants smoke like a roster, break you off proper.
Things they say, they're never getting in my way. And even if I make mistakes, I will always see them through.
What's that?
'Cause I don't wanna play your game. I had enough, I'm burning up so hot I just break your chain. You can never stop what's building up inside of me. Play your game. I had enough, I'm burning up so hot I just break your chain.
Well, my God, we have a close game here between two of the best in the game. It's 00Nation taking on Grayhound rivalry. An 8-7 half, foretold on the cards. It's all on the line here with elimination looming.
Yeah, one of these teams has to go. They must leave Malta. There's no other choice. It's all come down to this. One more half to decide their fate. And to be fair, it is very close. All jokes aside, these teams do look very equally matched. As we go 8-7 once again, you can see frustration setting in for aliStair there, but here we go. It is going to be a big pistol as the Brazilians swap over to the T side now. We are going to see them have 5 players heading towards the B bomb site. 1 smoke and a couple of flashbangs, that's all you need. But there's actually a lot of CT presence here. They're ready for this, Anders.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to be attacking before they even really get to play their cards. They're just already on them. Vex sight in the back, but he gets run over. Leaz is in a world of trouble. They're running at him with knives out, and he still manages to get 2 kills. aliStair is back here. No one's checked it. A little bit of trigger control. He's going to get one, but the spin is in, and suddenly it's a 2-on-2.
Did he spot Sicko? It doesn't matter. NQC dealt with it. All now onto Inns, who's on a very late flank all the way through short. And dumau seems a little bit cognizant to it. Going to plant default. Inns, there was a kit. I think it was on towards Van, but he'd have to find these kills fast. There's one presented, but can't quite connect the shots. Should have a good read that NQZ is up in the apartments as well, because he took down Sicko from that position. He has to start finding these frags soon.
Yeah, slowly going to be moving forward here. The fact that the kit is back there also means it's going to take him a couple of more seconds just to get back there if he can get the first kill at all, but he can't. dumau able to find him, no problem. A good triple for him to start the second half with.
Is that 5 for 6?
Yes.
True, yeah. And that's a bit of a wacky round, isn't it? The 2-man boost from the CTs and a 5-man attack there from 00Nation. Didn't expect it to go down like this. I have to say, someone needs to check on aliStair's desk after the miss in the back there. Like, great job didn't get in this position. It's always challenging with the USP shooting in the back of the head. But yeah, he'll be frustrated that one didn't go in his favor.
And again, it's dumau. Huge kill into aliStair. You know, if he goes down there, the round's done.
Absolutely.
Gets that kill, and then he even gets the last kill onto Inns, who was lurking around.
So a 4-spy here, and round number 2, Grayhound, full send. As they bring out the scouts, the MP9 and a couple of Deagles in control. Gathered here for 00Nation, looking to work towards that connector. And in terms of the CT setup, not necessarily a stack or anything like that. It's pretty standard stuff. Hoping to treat this like a gun round with the smokes. Whistle away at the time. And they don't really want to be deploying them until they absolutely have to. You can see Liaz trying to get as much information with the slither gap and then deploy the smoke and push them back, try and funnel them back towards the A bomb site.
I quite like these double scout rounds. I feel like you almost never get what you want out of them, but there is something funny about watching the T's just slowly get whittled down, like just tagged up and tagged up again. Just feels like it's like really slow kind of death when you lose rounds like these to this kind of double scout stuff. So we'll see if this is going to be one of them. Oh no, that doesn't matter. I was going to say the timing on that smoke looked really bad, but Vexite's got the deagle out in time.
Ins has to be careful here with this scout. A lot of positions to be taken care of. Has Sicko over towards the ramp. Okay, I think he spotted some buddies there. aliStair is just trying to connect something. Sicko's cleared though. Doesn't get a chance to make the deagle connect. Liaz at long range with the MP9. Couldn't happen. And dumau was holding for Vexite. Everyone falls in a couple of moments.
Oh dear, oh dear. Didn't really get anything done on the force buy. Money is shattered. And they're going to be 11-7 down after this one. Elimination looming for the Australians here. You can see it's quite a somber tone over there right now as they discuss their options. It's going to have to be pretty much full eco. I don't think you can really justify anything else. Maybe a P250 at the top end. They've got a couple of flashes, so maybe like a 5-man attack towards Midlanders. That's pretty common. And looks like they're heading en route there now.
Yeah, with Liaz sort of taking a bit of a detour. I'm surprised that he's not in... Oh, he's actually going to go underpass. That's very strange.
Yeah, flashes over the top from the B side. It would have worked if NQC wasn't that far down. So he actually dodges all of the flashes. It's actually a cool setup. I've seen those flashes come over. I think I saw Endpoint do it first. And you can throw them from the site. They come over the top here and the push comes through. Pretty neat. Liaz's going to find another as well, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, they've got themselves a couple of frags. They're in a full eco. That's not too bad.
That's nice. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I've not seen that before either. That's pretty cool. But 11-7, as mentioned, and you're going to be hamstrung in a couple of departments here, but it looks like aliStair has managed his money effectively. He's got to have the AWP available.
dumau's out here on double the kills of the next highest on Grayhound.
True, 22 and 11. That's kind of wild, isn't it?
Yeah, he was really, really good on the B bomb side on Inferno to start the day with. And yeah,
long time ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah, good to it was. Yeah, it's good to see him keep it up though. I mean, it could be hard to play well for that long. Oh, the speed behind this one! They run right into a huge stack of the bomb side. That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm liking these off-meta moves from 00Nation. Hasn't necessarily worked out, but they are recovering it. Back to a 3-on-3. That's excellent work. Molotov towards CT spawn, trying to flush out the AWP if possible. Oh, it's going to be painful. Rouse. He doesn't even extinguish it. What happened there?
That's the second time that's happened to Grayhound in this series.
No, it cost him so much HP, and he lost the smoke and got nothing from it.
At least they don't commit.
Sicko went for the old peek him with a smoke in hand strategy.
Doesn't normally work out, does it?
Not too often.
No.
Could throw the enemy off a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a good move from Liaz at least. He's trying to get something back after his teammates maybe fumbled it a little bit over on A. He's taking some initiative, getting the apartment's control. And so he'll know that they're not coming through that way. In fact, I think he's a little worried. Okay, no, he's falling into a more passive position. So they can hold here. Everyone passive. It's going to have to be retake unless they walk into one of these far back positions.
Well, Liaz is going to find out really soon that nothing is happening over on this side of the map, so he should be able to go underpass. Timing might be really sick for him.
30 seconds, though. Time has been an issue. We'll see whether 00Nation can convert here. They started in a 5-on-3 deficit, clawed their way back to a 3-on-3, and now the final commitment towards the A side. Smokes are decent as well. aliStair, bear in mind, he's very low. Got torched down to 28 HP, and the plant looks like it's guaranteed here.
Flash over to see if anyone's home. aliStair peering on through. Out wide, though, he could get cleared by Lato, who hasn't been spotted under Shadow. He's just going to be sitting here, flames at his face. All three CTs grouping up in the same position.
I really thought Liaz was going to take the underpass route to try and go here, but obviously he couldn't necessarily know, but that's tough. It's a tough position they're coming from now. All three of them at the same time. Lato, that you said, finally clearing that position, and they see the gun barrel. NQC knows, just has to be patient and wait, and he's probably going to be walking right into... Oh, yeah, they give it up.
What a gut punch of a round to lose. You get a 5-on-3 against a Palace Rush. It feels like everything's going well, and you end up losing. You don't even get another frag after that. You have to limp back and save, and frustration will be setting in now as their reality looms over them. a few rounds away from being knocked out of ESL Pro League here in Malta. They do save the AWP, but this is how it started. It started to collapse. And Sicko peeking with the smoke in hand, and for some reason, he didn't quite get the smoke off in the Molotov there.
This will be brutal if Grayhound do stumble here. Repeating the steps of Rooster. After how Inferno went, where they could have closed it, it could have been 2-0. Both teams losing Inferno in a similar fashion.
We might have to bring the candles back out, do a moment of silence as this goes down.
I think I will need that.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know like if everyone else does, but I definitely will.
Be the saddest of mates that's going to be dropped if it happens.
Yeah, I'll whip out a SAG one. It's a fast one here. Sicko gets the first kill. HE forward, but the trade is there. He's flushed on out by the utility. Spam is good. Brings a couple of these T's low and further shift damage being done.
Well, it all slows down for a second, but Vexite trying to bring the round back in their favor. Of course, they have fully invested here, but no utility really remains. Cold Zero with the advantage on the fight, nails the headshot, and looking for a second. My God, does he ever nail it? As aliStair will find one back for the smoke, but advantage, 00Nation, bomb planted.
What a delight to see Cold play this kind of Counter-Strike
right.
just a little bit. I mean, I know it's far away from the old days, but it still just makes you smile, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
liaz and aliStair, they're going to try and go for it up close with the no-scope. He does get rid of Cold, and now it's all on liaz. And to try and go for this, you have to be really quick with it. No smoke, so you actually have to find the players before you can try and go for the defuse. Already tagged up, and that just might be the end of it. It's not that far away, but Lado will get him at the end. 13-7. 00Nation, they're 3 rounds away.
This is surely a tactical timeout at this point. The wheels are falling off for Grayhound. It was a very competitive first half, 8-7. As we mentioned a few times, but they are yet to post a CT round. And we are going to see, I think, just Eagles, Lucy. This is not a good place to be. 14-7, looking very likely a couple of rounds away from elimination here. But you never know. They need a miracle, so maybe they can put one together.
Let's see the miracle. Maybe it starts with this B stack. 4 players over here early. Oh.
Not the most compelling start.
I'm not compelled.
No.
At all. I'm repelled by that one.
So, slow and easy here. 00Nation waiting to see what the CTs present. They'll have an educated guess that they're down to just pistols, but as mentioned, there could be a potential stack, right? So you just want to work out if you can get any information for free at the start, flush any CTs out with the Molotovs, get some chip damage in with the nades. This sort of round you would hate to lose, especially when you're on a clean streak in the second half.
Yeah, you can't really blame them for playing the style that they are right now. Just keep it slow. Maybe stay grouped up so you don't give any rifles away to the enemy team. It's not worth it at this point in time. And it's just Instant's hanging out over at the A bomb side. Everyone else stacked at B. So if they keep this up, this lean that they have, then it's probably going to be fine.
The issue is if they walk into the stack at the last second, that's where this gets a little bit out of control.
Yeah.
They're going to flash a player over for the peak, and he's only going to spot out the one. That might entice him, but no, the rest of the squad is going through connector. Ins tucked behind the smoke. This would have to be incredible, and it's not.
No, just really well done. Didn't bite on that stack.
That was incredible.
Okay.
Oh dear, that's a very clean round. That's going to fire them up. They don't give anything away whatsoever. Just a partial buy, of course, but still, what a statement. Great display of skill. And 14-7, a couple of rounds left. A chance to catch our breath and a chance to recalibrate on the Grayhound side. Things are falling apart here. Need to start posting CT rounds, I think that goes without saying, but just the manner they're losing as well. It seems to be fumbles every single round or some sort of nightmare mistake. But we'll see what they can make of it after this.
This is the last defense. This is the last full buy that's really going to come through. They're going to be fighting with nothing if they lose this, and they'll be fighting until the bitter end with it. Double op comes out. We've seen Grayhound do this consistently, getting a Sicko on that secondary. It feels good on Mirage, a map where that can come through well. Didn't work out for 00Nation, I will say. That was punished, but perhaps that's the secret weapon that Grayhound needs to start coming back into the CT half.
Yeah, I mean, the double op definitely can work on this map, so I don't mind it. It could also, sometimes it'll give you the ability to have just one anchoring B and then more of a force towards the middle, so it's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, having a turret set over towards B, boosting the defense over towards A. We'll see if the rotation comes through from liaz. So yeah, feels happy. They start falling back here, and maybe a fast little A play here, but no one's actually there to back it up. So just trying to keep numbers towards the A side of the map as they creep up towards short and potentially B.
Thing is, Sticker is just sitting at CT at Ticket, and he's spotted that nothing's come off the back of these fake smokes, so they have the information. Short smoke comes through to enable the cross backside in a power position, and he makes it look good. 2 huge kills. They're trying to clear him out. He is taken down, jumping on top of the ladder. Is dispelled, and Lato looking for the fight onto aliStair, and QZ misses a shot and keeps Grayhound in it.
Huge miss. Don't see many of those from QZ, but that was a chance to bring it back to a 3-on-3 situation. Now bear in mind, this was a 5-on-3 advantage for Grayhound. If they throw this round, I call it done. There'll be no chance of recovery. Need to convert this and need to have numbers surviving as well. dumau, amazing game. 23 kills here as he looks to find an incision towards the murder hole. He is behind enemy lines right now. It's all down on him.
Lias, I don't think he realizes. He's got no idea, but he is a couple of steps from getting shot in the back right there. Smoke being set up. That might make it even more confusing. He can actually sneak through. There's a gap and a flash to set it up. That is a sick play. Now, Lias, they still don't know about. Finally, they figured it out. The bomb is planted, but it's too late. Lias with a double. It should be enough here. NQC on his own.
Oh my god, that could have gone so many different ways. They avoid each other in the shadows, and it ends up working out okay for Grayhound. Lias gets that massive double, but NQZ, he thought they were on the bomb, but Sicko was providing Overwatch the whole time. So Grayhound stay alive, get the defuse, and an 8th round.
Still felt a little uncomfortable there towards the end of the round, but they get the job done. They managed to keep hold of the double AWP setup as well, and their first CT round has been posted. Need a lot more where that came from. Great start from Vex. You can see they sort of checked the ladder room, but he was in a bit of an off angle. Managed to get the double spray down here, and ice cold from Lias as well. Even with the bombs being planted, didn't show his hand, waited for the opportunity to strike, and guarantees the round victory there. So excellent work from him, and we get into round number 23. Still a bye on the T side, not giving up a single round up until the previous. So we'll see what they can make of it. Looking for a series point, elimination point, if you will.
All right, well, still hanging on. They've had a couple of chances now. I mean, especially in Inferno, where they had that lead, like 15 to 12 or 13 or whatever it was, to maybe end it 2-0 if they could have won Inferno. Now they're the ones that have to claw their way back. So curious if they're going to be able to. It seems like so far that their trouble has been ending the maps in their favor, but maybe they have some more strength in them here to try and see if they can make their a little bit of comeback of their own. Man, it's such a long road back, though. It's the problem. 8 rounds if they want to win it straight up. 7 if they just want overtime.
Back towards mid, 00Nation. aliStair going to be blocked off by that smoke. That's a run boost coming on through. No one on the other side. So he's going to come out into the open. Spotted all clear currently. Inzel's playing in towards short, so now he feels like he has to scramble to get back towards A into a better position. aliStair is going to join Sicko for, I guess, a double AWP setup at Ticket, which is not ideal.
Well, here they come. 00Nation looking for that knockout blow. Inz inside the smoke towards window. A key fight's about to go down here. Very committed and taken down. Smoke fade doesn't go in his favor, and that's going to be the commitment towards A now. It's up to Sicko. You can see he's trying to manage multiple angles here. Can't scope in. There's too much to look at. And he goes down as well, looking for that series point. 5-on-3. aliStair, the last line of defense. Can he do anything with it?
15 seconds, so that's maybe the only way they could lose this round right now. A shot for the smoke to stop the bomb, but it's not quite coming. That actually would have been maybe disastrous for 00Nation, but they've managed to find a way to get the bomb down. It's a 3-on-3 though.
Yeah, they want to go for this. aliStair spotted the spam, doesn't actually finish the job, so he stays alive and falls on the other. Oh, aliStair, what a shot! Now they've got the advantage. They've got a kit on 2 players. Ladder in towards ramp, spotted on out. Cole in jungle, taken down by Vexite. All now onto Lato, a flash in his face. A second to follow up. He doesn't see them as aliStair charges him down.
All right, we might have a game on our hands now. It looks like Grayhound are waking up. How they recover that, I'll never know. aliStair looked like a dead man towards CT spawn, but he hits a couple of bangers there to save the day, deny map points, and indeed keep Greyhounds alive here. Let's have a look at it. So much pressure coming his way. That was a huge advantage. I think that was a 5-on-3 in favor of 00Nation there, right? So that's the shot that saves the day, and great flashbang towards the A ramp to just confirm that final kill. No 3-on-1 today as Lato gets dropped. That's convincing. Maybe I'm starting to believe it a little bit.
I'm really shocked. And I mean, Lucy, you pointed out having that double AWP set up, both of them at the CT spawn position, that's really, really awkward. Now, it just happened to be that there were no grenades thrown that way, but imagine if you just have like one good, smoke set in that position, you just block out everything, get an easy bomb plant on the other side. So yeah, I'm questioning that decision myself, but 14-9 is the scoreline, so a huge step in the right direction.
I say Vexside has been massive these last couple of rounds. I think that's two multi-kill rounds there. I mean, the fact he gets the kill on NQC, I think he was just spamming from short. He must have spotted him connector, but that was the kill that kind of enabled it to come back through.
So what have we got next? Last spy here for the 00Nation boys. It looks like B execution is on the cards. Yeah, setting up a little reservoir of utility there. dumau in position to deny any pushes towards the B apartment. So Zera setting up some smokes. Looks like a double sort of pump execution here. We'll see. So trying to debate our utility. I don't think they'll commit off this, but we'll see if they actually wanted to send one man in and try and find a frag. And indeed, not going to be pushing in just yet. It's trying to bait out the incendiaries, the smokes, the HEs.
They did that the round before, though, and Grayhound didn't bite on it, and so just repeating the trick this time around. I think they have kept an extra player here just to keep some presence, but they're not over-rotating. Still plenty of presence over at A.
Both Lado and NQC on the other side of the map. If there is any CT aggression behind a little bit of a noise happening over at B, then they would have been there to catch it, but Grayhound are being pretty civilized at the moment. Just hanging around way back into it. 3 Molotovs on the T side. Now just one of them left. They just threw all of them at the same time. I was going to say that position from Ince is one that could get Molotoved out pretty easily. That's maybe a little bit scary, but that's the opening kill. Yeah, there's the Molotov, but he's got a smoke to get it out. That's really important.
This is under pressure here. Ladder is just trying to spam him on through. Oh, just the top of the head. Spotted. aliStair still found Ladder. At least NQC gets a trade onto Sicko. And the actual hit is coming through to B after all of that. Liaz didn't budge, but he's under pressure. dumau was there, and NQC found another as well. Vexside coming on out. Spots down. What? How does he not find that? He's ready for the fight. Leaves it on to aliStair. 1v3 to deny series point.
USP in hand, swaps out to the AWP, and no chance of winning it. Elimination point has been found by coldzera. An interesting round, very technical, Anders. We saw a double execution towards B, and neither time did they actually push in after it.
No, they waited all the way until the end, and I mean, I think partly because of some of the chaos that was happening over there, they just realized, all right, let's go
NQC started killing everyone at the A site, and we'll see how that went down. So it was towards Sicko to open things up, and I believe he got a snow kill. Yeah, it's Enzu was stuck towards Sandwich. So nice work. Very technical round, difficult to work out what was actually going on there, but coldzera to close things out. Find the magical number 15, and they've got 6 opportunities now to knock Grayhound out of the tournament. You can see the realization setting in. This does not look good for the Aussies.
dumau, NQC, and Cold have just been an absolute force on this T side. It felt like as soon as the side switched, they just moved from 5th to 6th gear.
6 opportunities. That is quite a lot to work with.
Indeed, and it all starts here. The MP5's been brought out.
That's a rare sight.
Haven't seen one of those in years. Okay. It sucks as a weapon, but good luck to him. It's fun to use. Sounds cool for sure.
A little.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but wouldn't recommend using it.
It's more embarrassing to be killed by it than almost anything else.
This is a demoralizing factor. They know if they win this round with the MP5, the comeback is happening.
It feels like it's shooting paper clips when you hear it. It's why you don't want to die to it. Well, Cold is out there. Sicko is thinking about it. This seems like such a risk, but yeah, he's going to give it up behind that. A little bit of a spot. And 00Nation giving them plenty of space for exactly those kind of moves. They're really far back all over the map, so if anyone else wants to go aggressive, they're going to be ready on that T side. Still plenty of nades, of course, whereas the same could not be said for Grayhound. They are going to be running out of utility way before 00Nation in this round.
Going to be walking on through. NQC, a rare missed shot, gives an opening. The trades are there. Next and coldzera save the day. Vexside is still part of this, but coldzera clears him. Liaz and Sicko now.
Save the day.
MP5 and MP9 have to do everything.
Doesn't look good, does it? That's not the array of weaponry you want to have for this sort of scenario to save the tournament. An MP9, an MP5, and a 4-on-2.
Could be the beginning of a legendary run, perhaps. Maybe. Oh, shot in the back, though. No weapon will save you from that. Liaz now picked up an AK, but he's inside of the smoke and already under fire. 1 versus 3 here to try and save their tournament lives and stop 00Nation from facing NIP later in the day. It's going to be a nade down below, but it's not the real problem. It's that bomb that's just been planted.
No kit. It's impossible. Liaz can try as he
Gotta believe,
likes.
Lucy.
But 3 players from every single direction, the bomb out in the open, nothing to allow him to find a fight into
Keep
it.
believing.
They're not even trying to fight him, keeping this perfect. No one's facing. Liaz is desperate for a fight, taps the bomb, and yes, he's given 1 head. But there's dumau coming on through. 00Nation eliminate another Australian team.
Yeah, they took down the Roosters, and now the Greyhounds have been dealt with as well. It goes the whole distance, all 3 maps, but a very convincing win on Mirage, Anders.
It really was. What a battle. So many rounds played, very, very close, and some great experience for Grayhound, to be honest.
And now we have the Des to talk us through.
Abso-freaking-lutely. So we do